Okay, I want to give you some more direction on timed writing tests, how to do well. Kevin Shaw here, full-time teacher, part-time tutor, founder of The Right Method. And so when I sit down to take a test, I get my test booklet. I make sure that I have scratch paper. If it's not given to me, which it usually is, I'll use the test booklet itself. If I have to, I don't care, I'll use my hand. But I have a strategy when I go into that timed test. I know that there's multiple choice. I know that there are short answers. I know that there are essays in many tests. And I always do really, really, really well. And I always didn't do really well, but I had to learn the strategies. I have another video that talks about setting the stage and how we have to learn the actual skills, the vocabulary, the writing steps slowly before we can learn them quickly, and then how to adapt those steps, for example, the 6 stages of the writing process, and so that we can use certain of those steps in the timed write. Okay? Obviously, you don't have more than 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes on a writing test, but one of the most important things is time management. So as you get your test booklet, you're going to look at the writing before you look at anything else. Actually, you will skim through the entire test and you're going to get an idea of what's there, and then you're going to, on a piece of scratch paper, write down how long you want to have for each of the essays. That's important right there, because you're setting the intention early. And so you need to budget your time. Once I'm done skimming through, that's the first step. Second step, look at those essay questions and begin to plan. Here's an important concept to understand. You don't want to be pressed for time and under pressure when you're doing your timed write. You want to be relaxed because the brain needs to be receptive and learning, and you need to be able to access your ideas. Now, you look at the prompt and it may ask you, write about a time in which you faced an extreme challenge and you overcame it. So you can use one of the 8 thinking maps, for example, and I teach those in my tutoring. And you may use a circle map, for example, and you begin to brainstorm. In the middle of the circle, you put the topic or the main subject of the question, and on the outer circle, you begin to jot down your ideas as quickly as possible. Your purpose is not to write, it's to empty the brain of all the ideas. Okay? You do this with the second essay prompt before you ever write. Now, I'm talking about the first 5 minutes when you arrive at the test facility. Literally. Okay? Now, I have a Zoom session coming up, so I'm going to keep this short. Then, your brain has processed what those prompts are, and you begin to go and do your multiple choice. Then, when you have little breaks, and you should give yourself some breaks, you will go back to the essay plan, and then you'll begin to outline what you want to say. Okay? You do that for the other one as well. Then you finish the multiple choice. You see what I'm doing here? I'm feeding my brain bits and pieces of the essay. And when I'm ready to write, I guarantee you I have ideas. I guarantee you I don't feel pressure because I already have an outline. I can even come back and fix that outline. Now I'm a winner because now I budgeted my time such a way I have the 20 minutes for each of the essays. But now guess what? I only need 15 minutes for each of the essays. Why? Because I created the outline. See what I'm going? See where I'm going with this? So by the time you write, you don't have to focus on the ideas. You can focus all on the writing itself. How can I make this organized? How can I have transitions? What is my thesis? Do I have a thesis? If this is a narrative kind of prompt, and I suggest you do. So that's it. If I can think of anything else, I'll put more videos up. Look in the description for how to contact me if you have questions. I'll guide you through this.